You guys asked for an update on what it's like being a vendor right now. And make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So you guys know there was a point where I sell cards, do sell cards, sometimes sell cards. But you guys like to hear stories on how that adventure is going. Well, we are on the downturn of the market right now. Quarter centuries have been cooling off. Well, I guess this is going to be what I am noticing when I sell investments that I myself have done. Hilarious little things like that. So, quarter centuries right now have been very hot. They have been one of the hottest moving items. When I do have my TCG player on, I tend to get wiped out of these things. We've talked a lot of the long-term market, but QCR's still very popular, even though a lot of them, you got the furious collectors that are upset about being, all these Starlight Rares are getting reprinted from quarter centuries. They're diluting the value. It's not stopping people from coming through here and picking up these QCRs, man. Same thing with the Platinum Rares from the Rarity Collection. $1, $2 cards infinitely sell. Any cheap plats that I have been wiped out of the existence. I mean, there's a couple of things I had. Dragon Rulers got wiped out about a month ago, actually. I could not keep Dragon Rulers at all in stock. I didn't have a lot of them, but I had about 6 people come through, each picking up different versions of the Dragon Rulers, which was kind of crazy. Now, we got to talk about tin equity and things like that. Because you have cards like the Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon that formerly, held $7-8. Actually, I think it was like a $10 card at this point. You're always going to have the person that's going to go, wow, Konami really screwing me over out here. I'm losing all this money. Look, man, I got cards that I have been sitting on for probably, a year or two now. And I just don't genuinely have the time to list these things. So, things like this. Oh, no, I lost a couple of dollars on this. I mean, okay. I was considering playing it. The only reason why I even had this on the sell pile was because right now it really wasn't worth it. And then, you have opportunities like these. In my local area, these were nothing. All right. I picked these up off of a friend. They were nothing. Absolute meme of a card. Now I have 6 of them. So it's little opportunities like that just end up spurring, good long term. In terms of the little things right now, you guys know I'm a very big advocate of little cards. These 50-cent dollar cards. Sometimes you'll lose money if you sell these cards. But at the same time, a person is more likely to buy from your store if you have the little things. Those little things can make or break a big major sale. And I really hate to say this to people, to the seller that just wants to list big things. Big things will sell for sure. But if you want to move things quicker and not have diluting inventory sitting around. I saw somebody come up to a vendor at Gen Con and sold 390 copies of Paradise Smasher. You're probably asking yourself, why do they have 390 copies of Paradise Smasher? Well, they evidently bought them when Paradise Smasher was a 5-cent card. You guys, we talk about very long-term decisions in this game and just grabbing certain things, holding them, and being ready for that long term just to see, where things go. It's a lot harder in the modern era. I think the next product I myself am going to pick up and I want to hold a little bit of, and at least inventory, it's probably going to be the legendary 5Ds decks. I think I'm going to probably buy about, $2,000 worth and just kind of hold them, or open them up, inventory them, because little things like that will sell forever. All right, you will always. I still get orders to this day for people needing Evil Swarm Nightmares out of product. But overall, I mean, vending. I mean, I don't do as much as I used to because I just strictly don't have the time. You know, I'll cook up like a deck box, which, by the way, if you're watching this, we should have a deck box. I'm going to have something coming down the pipeline here at some point. We're going to make something. I'm feeling very creative right now, and it'll probably release, if I had to guess, probably end of the year or 2026 early, just to see it come out. But in terms of the other card games, on the vending side of things, also Gundam. This game has been hot, man. Hot. If you want a game to make money on right now, it's Gundam. Alright. I don't know how long this bubble's gonna hold. I don't know the long term, the short term, you know, the Rizzy Raz. I don't know, man. But so much money. When I got my product and opened it, I luckily got it at MSRP. I was able to flip pretty much everything, be down $40 off of an investment, kept very, very little high end, but I have a master set of set 1. That's how hot that game was. And that was, I mean, as a player standpoint, it was a really good place to get into that. Now, not everybody had that luxury. I was in the right place at the right time. Got very, very lucky. My first box absolutely burned me. You guys watched that box opening on the channel. It was horrible. In terms of other investments, I pick up a lot of OTS packs. You guys ever wonder what I ship out to people when they win the market watches? It's these. I just ship out OTS packs. I've been holding so many of these. Also, another thing that I have a friend that actually works with me on these. All of his Pokemon packs, all of his prize packs, I end up picking these up for long term. And, you know, he gets immediate value. I get to sit on a crap ton of these, and, you know, I'm very, very happy with that. I love these prize packs, man. I think, you know, years down the line, these are going to be insane. You gotta, I hate to tell people this, but this is something I talk a lot about on this channel. And I've said this for years, but if you are really, really, really thinking about wanting to be a vendor or to, you know, get involved in things, it is always been about the long game. You need to have things that will mature and generate money, but at the same time, you have to have the ability to pull out capital too. That's why, you know, you see a lot of these people that get into this in the early days right now, and you see people just losing their money because they're like, oh, I gotta flip this now and get my money back. That's not how this works, and it's never been about how this works. If you can turn over, make your money back within a week or two of set release, and still be making profit, that was an insanely good set. That was crazy. Probably one of the best products you could have had. But if you're doing $1,000, $2 investments like I'm going to do with Legendary Collection, like old times, I've been keeping my head to the ground, looking at the specialty products, deciding, you know, what I want to capitalize on, and kind of go from there. Little investments like that, they're not really much, but I mean, they do breed capital over time. You know, spending $2,000 will probably make that all back in a year off of that. And then, you know, the rest of it will just be long-term equity, just generating stuff. So, I mean, you don't get this far immediately getting your money back. It's all comes with slow progress. It is rough. But yeah, It's hard being a vendor right now because, everybody wants to sell out as quickly as it is, QCR reprints, but the game is still the same. It's still a very long-term based focus. Cheaper cards are the focus right now. And if you can't adjust to the times or to the focus, you're going to get blown out. Diversity is always going to be a very good thing, too. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons! Thank you!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.